Rome, a name that resonates through the annals of history. The name still echoes with power, a symbol of might and discipline. This empire, spanning centuries and continents, was built on the strength of its legions. These legions were the heart and soul of Rome's military prowess. Roman soldiers were feared and respected throughout the ancient world. Their reputation for discipline, strategy, and sheer force was unparalleled. Their discipline and training were unmatched. They conquered vast territories, bringing new lands under Roman control. They defended Rome's borders with unwavering resolve. They built roads and cities, laying down the infrastructure that would support the empire for centuries. These roads connected the vast expanse of the Roman Empire, facilitating trade, communication, and military movement. The Roman army was the backbone of the empire's success. Without their strength and organization, Rome would not have achieved its legendary status. This essay explores the might of the Roman military. We delve into the intricacies of their organization, the brilliance of their strategies, and the legacy of their victories. We will look at the organization of their legions, understanding how each unit functioned within the larger framework of the army. The structure was meticulous, with each soldier knowing their role and duty. We will examine their tactics and strategies, which were often ahead of their time. From the testudo formation to their use of engineering in warfare, the Romans were masters of the battlefield. We will relive their famous victories, moments that define the course of history. These triumphs were not just military successes, but also demonstrations of Roman ingenuity and resilience. We will understand why the Roman army was one of the most effective fighting forces in history. Their legacy continues to influence modern military tactics and strategies, a testament to their enduring impact. The Roman army was organized around legions. A legion was a large unit of soldiers. It was like a mini-army. Each legion had around 5,000 men. Legions were further divided into smaller groups called cohorts. This made the army very organized and flexible. Each legion was a self-sufficient unit. It had its own engineers, medics, and even its own supply train. This allowed the legions to operate independently for long periods. They could march long distances. They could build their own camps. They were always ready for battle. Not just anyone could be a Roman soldier. Service was mandatory for Roman citizens. Young men, usually in their late teens or early 20s, would be recruited into the legions. Training was tough and demanding. Soldiers learned how to fight with swords and shields. They practiced throwing javelins. They marched long distances in formation. Discipline was strict. Obedience was paramount. Roman soldiers were tough, resilient, and ready to obey orders without question. Roman soldiers were well equipped for battle. Their training and discipline were matched by the quality and variety of their weapons and armor. They carried a variety of weapons and armor, each designed for specific purposes and combat scenarios. The most iconic weapon was the gladius. This short sword was the primary weapon of the Roman foot soldier. This was a short, double-edged sword, perfect for close-quarters combat. The gladius was deadly in the hands of a trained legionary. Soldiers also carried a pilum, a heavy javelin designed to pierce shields and armor. The pilum was thrown before engaging in hand-to-hand combat, often disabling the enemy's defenses. For protection, soldiers wore armor. This included a helmet, a breastplate, and leg guards, all crafted to provide maximum defense while allowing mobility. The helmet protected the head from blows, the breastplate shielded the torso, and the leg guards defended the lower limbs. They also carried a large curved shield called a scutum. This shield was essential for both individual protection and group tactics. This provided excellent protection from enemy attacks. The scutum was used to form a shield wall, a formidable barrier against incoming projectiles and enemy soldiers. A Roman soldier's equipment was practical, effective, and designed for the brutal realities of ancient warfare. Each piece played a crucial role in the success of the Roman military, making them one of the most formidable forces in history. Section 5, Masters of the Battlefield, Tactics and Strategies. Roman military success was not just about individual bravery. It was also about tactics and strategy. The Romans were masters of battlefield maneuvers. They preferred to fight in close order. Their formations, like the famous tortoise formation, were incredibly difficult to break. Roman commanders were skilled strategists. They planned their campaigns carefully. They chose their battlefields wisely. They exploited enemy weaknesses. One key tactic was the use of reserves. Fresh troops could be sent in to reinforce tired soldiers or exploit breakthroughs. Section 6. Siege warfare, conquering fortified cities. The Romans were masters of the battlefield, but their prowess extended far beyond open combat. Not all battles were fought in open fields. The Romans had to adapt to various terrains and situations, including dense forests and rugged landscapes. The Romans were also experts in siege warfare. They meticulously planned and executed sieges, understanding that capturing a fortified city required more than brute force. They developed sophisticated techniques for capturing fortified cities. Their ingenuity in engineering and strategy was unparalleled. They built siege towers to overcome high walls. These towering structures allowed soldiers to scale defenses that would otherwise be impenetrable. They used battering rams to break down gates. These powerful tools could smash through the strongest of barriers, opening the way for the invading forces. They dug tunnels to undermine walls. This tactic involved digging beneath the fortifications to weaken and collapse them, creating breaches for the army to enter. Roman engineers played a crucial role in siege warfare. Their expertise in designing and constructing siege engines was vital to the success of these operations. They designed and built these siege engines. They diverted rivers to flood enemy positions or cut off water supplies, demonstrating their strategic brilliance. They starved cities into submission. By surrounding a city and cutting off its supplies, they could force a surrender without a direct assault. The Roman army's ability to conquer fortified cities was essential to their expansion and dominance. Their combination of engineering strategy and relentless determination made them a formidable force in ancient warfare. Section 7. Famous victories expanding the Republic. The Roman Republic's military success led to the conquest of a vast empire. Roman legions triumphed over many enemies. The Punic Wars against Carthage were some of the most important conflicts in Roman history. In the Second Punic War, the Carthaginian general Hannibal Barca famously crossed the Alps with elephants. He won a series of stunning victories against the Romans. However, Rome ultimately prevailed. They defeated Hannibal at the Battle of Zama. This victory secured Roman dominance in the Western Mediterranean. Section 8. The might of the eagles triumphs in the imperial era. The Roman army continued to achieve impressive victories during the Roman Empire. Under Emperor Trajan, the legions conquered Dacia, which is modern-day Romania. This victory brought vast wealth and resources to Rome. In Britain, the legions faced fierce resistance from Celtic tribes. However, Roman discipline and organization eventually prevailed. Roman victories expanded the empire's borders. They brought peace and prosperity to many regions. They also showcased the effectiveness of the Roman military machine. Section 9. Beyond the battlefield, engineering and logistics. The Roman army's success wasn't just about fighting battles, it was also about logistics and engineering. The Romans were master builders. They constructed a vast network of roads. This allowed for the rapid movement of troops and supplies. Roman engineers built impressive aqueducts. These brought fresh water to cities and military camps. They constructed forts and fortifications throughout the empire. These provided security and projected Roman power. The Roman army's logistical and engineering skills were crucial to its success. Section 10. Legacy of the legions' lasting impact on warfare. The Roman army left a lasting legacy on military history. Their organization, tactics, and discipline influenced many later armies. The Roman model of a professional standing army became the standard for centuries. Many military terms and concepts we use today have Roman origins. The Roman army's emphasis on training, discipline, and logistics continues to inspire military thinkers today. Their influence can be seen in modern military uniforms, drills, and even in the way we organize our armies. Section 11. Conclusion. The enduring legend of Roman military might. The Roman army was one of the most successful military forces in history. Their legions were well organized, well trained, and well equipped. Their soldiers were disciplined and courageous. Their commanders were skilled strategists. The Roman army's victories built a vast empire. They spread Roman culture and law. They left an indelible mark on Western civilization. The Roman legions, with their eagles held high, marched into history as a symbol of military might and power. Their legend continues to inspire and fascinate us today.